Mississippi awards $71 million for broadband deployment projects. North Carolina doles out $51 million. Starlink reduces equipment costs. An FCC commissioner hints at another spectrum incentive auction, and a look at which airports offer the best connectivity. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. The state of Mississippi's Office of Broadband Expansion and Accessibility has awarded funding for 24 broadband deployment projects. The $70.9 million in CPF funds will go to a total of 9 providers. DE Fastlink, the broadband unit of Dixie Electric, is one of the awardees. Others receiving funding include Uplink, Swift Connect, Franklin Telephone, Delta Fiber, Connexon, C Spire, along with AT&T and Comcast. The 24 projects are expected to bring high-speed broadband to roughly 27,000 homes across 19 counties in Mississippi. The California Public Utilities Commission has rejected a bid by AT&T to stop offering landline service in portions of the state as the carrier of last resort. The request, which AT&T made in March of last year, would have ended services to nearly 600,000 households across the state. The CPUC said that the decision did not prevent AT&T from retiring copper infrastructure or from investing in fiber to improve its network. The price of a new Starlink satellite dish may be dropping by $100. That, according to a report in PC Mag earlier this month. The new dish, known as V4, is designed for installation by customers. The multi-pronged price reduction drops the cost of the V4 from $599 to $499. Starlink also offering a $200 regional reduction for new subscribers in 27 states. No word on whether the new pricing is permanent or just temporary. North Carolina's Department of Information Technology this week awarded $51 million for deployment of broadband in 15 rural counties across the Tar Heel State. Local providers Skyrunner, SkyBest Communications, and Focus Broadband were among the awardees. Funding was made through the state's Completing Access to Broadband program. FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr dropped a hint about the likelihood of a second spectrum incentive auction during the annual meeting of the Advanced Television Systems Committee. Also discussed efforts to expand adoption of the ATSC 3.0 or Next Gen TV standard and sunsetting the current 1.0 standard. And speaking of spectrum, CBRS spectrum band coverage will soon be improved. NTIA, the U.S. Navy, and the FCC have expanded the unencumbered portion of that spectrum band, potentially enhancing service on mobile and fixed wireless networks for 71 million people nationwide. Citizens Broadband radio service is 150 megahertz of spectrum. It's the only spectrum range which can be used for private mobile networks. Previously, commercial operations in that spectrum had not been allowed anywhere near the band that's in use by the U.S. military. Restrictions will continue to exist, but the protected zones will shrink in size. Q1 2024 will go down as the worst quarter ever for pay TV. Losses of linear video subscriptions reached an all-time high of 12.3%. Even YouTube suffered its first ever quarterly subscriber loss. At the same time, streaming overall took a record high 38.8% of television usage during May. Cable's market share fell to 28.2%. Well, where can you find the fastest connectivity in airports? According to the latest Ookla rankings of more than 50 airports around the globe, on the Wi-Fi side of the ledger, domestic airports swept the top 5 spots, led by San Francisco International, 173.55 megabits per second, Newark International, JFK, Phoenix Sky Harbor, and SeaTac were numbers 2 through 5. On the mobile network side, only one U.S. airport made the top 5, Phoenix Sky Harbor International, which ranked 3rd at 295 megabits per second. Tops for the fastest mobile median download speeds, Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar at 442.49 megabits per second. And finally, The ongoing impasse between Bally Sports Channels and Comcast has reached a point that U.S. Senator Tina Smith, Democrat of Minnesota, has sent a letter to Comcast chairman and CEO Brian Roberts, urging him to get his company back to the negotiating table with Diamond Sports Group, which owns the Bally regional channels. All Bally channels have been removed from Comcast since April the 30th. Senator Smith says that her constituents are furious and they want to see their Minnesota Twins, the WNBA Minnesota Lynx, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the NHL's Minnesota Wild. Go get them, Senator Smith. Atlanta Braves fans are right there with you. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.